Fox Carolina Weather. Weather Rate certified most accurate local forecast.
I tell you, Teresa's going to have all of our roads looking good here pretty soon. She's been working hard across the area. Temperatures tonight in the low 70s, partly cloudy skies on the way. In the mountains, expect mid 60s, showers ending, and we should see very isolated activity tomorrow. So if you're hitting the lake, going to the pool, temperatures will be in the low 90s. So probably a good idea to be around some water tomorrow to cool off. Mid 80s in the mountains and only a very small rain chance. So as you rate the day on the Carolina Sky Meter, we are going to give it an 8 out of 10. As we look at futurecasts, there'll be spotty activity through the afternoon, but it's going to be very random and you're just not going to see a whole lot of that rain. But if you do get one thunderstorm, it could still pack some lightning and would be brief, but just to make sure you get the kids out of the pool or get yourself inside if you hear that rumble of thunder. Sunday will start dry. And then we'll see a few more showers and storms pop up during the afternoon, but those should dissipate pretty quickly as we lose the heat of the day. So you can kind of see that here on Futurecast. There's 8 o'clock. Temperatures are going to be very, very warm this weekend. By Sunday, expect those heat index values to approach 100 degrees south of I-85. And then as we get into Monday, a scorcher. It's going to feel like 100 for spots like Greenwood and Newberry, feeling like the mid to upper 90s along the 85 corridor. So we trade one issue for another, but hey, we'd rather get that rain out of here, let folks clean up, and at least with the heat, it helps to evaporate some of that moisture. It's so soggy up in western North Carolina. We need some of that to get dried up, that's for sure. So let's take a look at the tropics. Now, this is going to be an interesting one that we've really got to watch closely, not for the Carolinas, but for New England. If you're doing any travel going into this weekend or early next week, this could really affect your flights as we've got a tropical storm that's going to turn to a Category 1 hurricane. And it's actually going to make a beeline right for areas near New York City, toward Massachusetts. Looks like Boston could get at least some heavy rain out of this. And then eventually it's going to be curving out back to sea. So we're talking about some significant impacts for multiple states up in the Northeast, and heavy rain will also accompany it too. So wind, rain, storm surge, and there's also going to be that element for Mexico. Major hurricane that's going to be making landfall, Grace, with winds at 120 miles per hour. As hurricane season is getting pretty over the top, at least in the last couple of weeks, and there could likely be another one that affects us down the road. We'll keep you posted, but for now, looks like Grace and Henri will not be a factor for the Carolinas. As we look ahead in our forecast, a slight chance of rain through the weekend, and rain chances remain fairly low even into next week. Again, music to, I think, a lot of folks' ears. It's just the fact that it's going to be kind of hot. Low 90s as we go into early next week, and then it'll get just a little bit better as we raise rain chances slightly. But overall, a very classic late August weather pattern that we will be heading into. Now it's time for your riding forecast. It's sponsored by Harley-Davidson of Greenville. If you're going to be out and about this weekend, getting on the roads, slight chance of rain on Saturday, mostly dry. For Sunday, low 90s on the way, so just be ready to sweat. In the mountains, mid 80s. I think you're going to be looking at a pretty good afternoons and mornings, but it'll turn a little bit warm as we go toward those late day time frames.